Poetic Miniature, Episode 9. Sometimes it doesn't take spring to feel a sense of spaciousness. Sometimes a scent is enough, one that carries the sound of the forest. A breath that opens something within us, long before we realize we have missed it. This series invites you to notice such moments, the clear ones, the grounding ones, the ones that bring us back into space larger than the day. Today, the 9th poetic miniature opens, a small story about pine needle tea, and about how a sip of forest can remind us that clarity sometimes begins very quietly. The pine needle tea, a breath of the forest. It begins with a scent, resinous, fresh, like a cool morning between tall trunks. A hint of spruce, a shadow of pine, a soft promise of spaciousness. Pine needle tea is not a tea that pushes itself forward. It is clear, not loud. It warms not heavily, but lightly, like a breath that opens the chest. I hold the cup in my hands and feeling something that is more than warmth. It is a sense of forest, of ground, of the path unfolding within me without my taking a step. Perhaps that is what moves me, that pine needle tea does not only taste but reminds of stillness, of spaciousness, of an inner place that clears when we give it room. As I take the first sip, I feel something within me, a straightening, a gentle exhale that says, sometimes a breath of forest is enough to open the day. A poem for the pine needle tea. A forest scent in warming air, a morning breath, both light and fair, a resin clear and quiet shine, a zip that leads to inward pine. Two fitting sayings. Sometimes clarity begins with a single breath, and a sip of forest can bring a whole day into order. Perhaps this miniature leaves a trace of spaciousness within you, a clear breath, a quiet moment, a sense of forest that does not fade but walks with you, silently. If you wish, carry this clarity into your day, just as pine needle tea warms without noise. Something within you may brighten gently, clear, calm, and full of inner spaciousness. Thank you for giving yourself this quiet minute. Until the next poetic miniature.